This week in disc golf, the ceremonious offseason comes to an end as Eagle and Gannon have their official announcements shaping the pro team dynamics for years to come. Ricky Wysocki's caddy catches strays from player rumors, Drew Gibson chirps in on offseason leaks, and so much more. It's Swiss cheese with the disc golf world, and you guys already know, the one with all the holes in his game. You are watching This Week in Disc Golf, where we hit on all things disc golf from the past week. This episode is presented by Bad Billy Disc Golf, a firm believer that disc golf is all about enjoying yourself, regardless of your sobriety. Bad Billy is committed to bringing that big disc energy. Elevate your style, elevate your game with Bad Billy Disc Golf. They offer everything from cool graphic tees for your casual rounds to stylish picks from their course to cocktails collection. Even with all the holes in my game, I can look stylish while bogeying on the course. Enjoy a 20% discount on your order at Bad Billy Disc Golf with code DGW2024. Explore more at the link below. Not sure if you guys are facing an off-season burnout like me, but let's cover the latest. This week saw the top 3 off-season targets all announce their team sponsorships, for many marking the closing of this year's offseason. Aside from all the blatant Nicholas Antela disrespect, the man is sick and kind of looks like a baby Matt Damon. If you have been living under a rock or finally just thawed out from a freeze, both Gannon Buhr and Eagle McMahon officially announced to the sponsorship squad they have long been speculated to land with in Discmania and MVP, while Discraft locked in Aaron Gossage. Shaping the team dynamics as most of the biggest names in the MPO are now locked in for multiple years. Gannon was the first announcement that came on Saturday, and most importantly, right after that Discmania's passing around that collection plate one last time for Eagle's departure. Discmania locked in Gannon to a 3-year deal for the young former Prodigy player, marking a new beginning for the brand as they solidified their roster with some of the youngest talent in the sport with Gannon and Kyle Klein through the 2026 season. Being able to lock in these talents after losing 2 of the largest names in the game is a nice consolation prize and presumably at a discount. That is, unless Gannon and Kyle can continue to stack majors while under contract. For Gannon, Discmania is a great fit for his current brand. He'll get far more support with a dedicated disc lineup and more Tour Series discs. Add Discmania's marketing strategy with a larger budget than Prodigy will give him further exposure in the entire disc golf community. Most importantly, exposure to the European markets also, where Discmania is very prominent, if not top dog on the continent. Eagle McMahon made his official announcement only 3 days later after MVP's creative marketing strategy over their Pixel release. MVP was teasing an announcement on their socials, as most in the community expected to reveal an Eagle signing. Instead, the announcement was for Simon Lizotte's new disc and first putter in his lineup with the new Pixel. To say the least, upsetting, and making most of the disc golf community angry over the tease. Only for MVP to use a Simon Pixel promotion video later to blindside fans with the announcement of Eagle, marking the unification of the former Crush Boys, this time with a new brand. Eagle's contract is fairly lengthy, 5-year deal that has him signed to the manufacturer till he's 30 years old, providing stability, buy-in, and support from the brand with what is Eagle's longest contract terms in his entire disc golf career. Eagle, like most of us, had to be impressed with the success the company and player were able to find with Simon's first year with MVP. We're talking about sold-out sales on multiple discs, including brand new ones introduced to the lineup in the time-lapse and now upcoming Pixel. The company obviously has shown its reinvestment of earnings by not only growing their manufacturing facilities, disc lineup, future plans for the company's expansion, and investments in the players on their roster. It wasn't long ago MVP was being made fun of by many in the community, including myself, for gimmicky marketing, their unconventional overmolded rims at the time, and let's not forget, we're all still waiting on that machine to confirm their claims that Yairo provided more distance, only for them to plant themselves near the top of the disc golf hierarchy in 3 short years with their last 2 signings. Eagle getting in still relatively early on this brand ascension had to be the main deciding factor in joining the brand, despite his own claims of being offered more money to sign with a different manufacturer. The fact that MVP was viewed as having a higher ceiling than other major brands certainly is telling. With this offseason seeing a number of multi-year contracts, it has shaped player sponsorship dynamics for future offseasons. In the MPO, 7 of the top 10 in dgpt points last season are currently signed beyond this upcoming year. Having that many of the top pros in the game locked in for multiple years already means less competition between sponsors for future free agents, quieter offseason, less lengthy contracts for players, and possibly less money, as most will be fortunate to see no more than 2-year deals. Not to mention the amount of wins that are also tied to those who are on multi-year contracts. Unless there's a surprise departure, the next free agent batch only has 5 total Elite Series winners with a year to play. It's not all doom and gloom, as the premier players on their final year of their contracts also contain 2-time major winner and world champion Isaac Robinson, which the question still remains, can Prodigy keep this one now? You have Ledgestone winner Cole Redolin, who should get a lot of attention this offseason, European Open winner Corey Ellis, and Anthony Barella, who's crispy like bacon. Not to mention darn near the entire Discraft MPO lineup, though I expect all to resign unless Discraft targets Redolin. These contracts, however, could impact the FPO free agency even further. FPO players are already fighting for sponsorships. And with this amount of brands and money tied to multiple years, no matter what the disc market turns into, we'll have most of the FPO players looking at one-year deals if offered at all. Kinda witnessed already with the increase with open bag sponsorships, signing with one or multiple of the smaller brands like ThoughtSpace, Infinite, OTB for a number of players, including most recently Lisa Fakis. A few premier top-of-the-brand talents might be able to get that second year. Unless you are Tatar, I don't see anyone getting beyond a 2-year deal. Shoot, Haley only signed for a single year after 2 wins this season. You can't talk offseason without speculation, rumors, and the most dreaded word in the community this time of year, the leakers. The divide among pros, fans, and media creates a separation in the community akin to the spoilers debate, which I wish I could see that Venn diagram. On one side, there's Ricky, who despises leaks of player movements and is critical of those who participate, especially the media, even with the now famous and repeated by Eagle TMZ line in respects to Foundation. On the other side, you have the people desperate for anything disc golf, looking for information similar to what they find in all major sports. So why not here? Now that the stage is set, a person on Reddit claimed to have been told by Ricky's caddy that Eagle was going to sign with MVP. Still thirsty for that TMZ line clapback? Hit him with all the power of an influencer boxer with a screenshot post. Only for Brody to grab his phone and instead of throwing a text towards Ricky, shadedly slid into the ring like a sadder Royal Rumble with a retweet of his own. Ricky claimed the entire reports were false and has since questioned what source is reputable and whose isn't. Which my response would be, obviously Vern, caddy, who's been proven correct. No? Leak conversation doesn't stop there. Zero chance with this much going on in disc golf, Drew Gibson wasn't going to enter the leaky fray with all the confidence of that one employee who only shits on company time. Gibson released a video on the day of Eagle's announcement that was allegedly made 2 weeks prior. Yes, like you, I thought to myself, you had this cut for nearly 2 weeks and no edits? Couldn't hit us with a star wipe? In the video, he declares that he knows Eagle is going to MVP. First Vern, and now Drew. Also verified. There you go, Ricky, some of the most reputable sources. Drew also went into who he believes is at fault for the leaks. If you want some more details, check out the video Jefferson and I hit. There has been some other player movement and more offseason disc golf news. Alden Harris signed a 2-year deal to Discmania, already releasing an in-the-bag video and making it known him and Gannon are looking for a tour vehicle. One of my favorites, Jake Mon, signs with DGA. I didn't expect to see an AGL signing, but Scott Withers just signed with the brand. At this point, we are still waiting word on Nicholas Antala, Parker Welk, Sullivan Tipton, Chandler Kramer, Jake Hubenheimer, and Austin Turner to announce their sponsors. McCease Olympus Course will be pay to play and is offering lifetime memberships for $2,500. Sounds steep, and with me coming from the land of free disc golf, I want to torch this. However, what has been shared to us on possible future plans and promotions that the lifetime membership might include, and the fact that Paul and Dylan are attached, there's no chance the value won't be worth every penny. Clash announces a new disc lineup, this one featuring an undermold. Here's to hoping these fare better than the disaster of the overmolds, which could not have been released at a worse time. Winter weather and trees have not been friendly to that release. The Discraft wrapper has seen a rebranding as the logo is too close to the Ford truck. MVP has gotten approval and a number of upcoming molds, including the lens cap. A new innovative disc manufacturer named Protoflight out of Oklahoma City will be releasing a driver shortly. The interesting thing about this disc lineup, instead of using inject molds to make the disc, instead they will be CNC cutting it for better consistency. Eagle is deciding between Nomads and Pilot, while also showcasing his Rain Man talents of naming discs blind. Absolute insane memory control on that one. Now, for some social media quick hitters. Cat Merch is rocking beats and bangs. Cole Redolin's been rocking the ukulele. Chandler Kramer, with a nice stack, saw himself across the poker table with Poker Pro and content maker Brad Owen. Simon and Casey catch a Celtics game. And over here in my neck of the woods, Epic Deli, a Northern Illinois sandwich shop, just released their monthly specials. And lo and behold, the barbarian Greg Barsby has a sandwich named after him. Designed by the man himself and features pastrami, ham, crumbled bacon, cheddar, pepper jack cheese, Thousand Island on a garlic bread sub. And guys, that wraps up another Twig. If you stayed this long and you aren't subscribed, make sure to do so. While you're at it, like, comment, and share. And if you want more, make sure to peek all the previous episodes and return Sunday for more on the tour stories.